let's look at something else here. There are those who are concerned that the cattle breed, the herdsmen, equate the life of a cattle to that of a human. Is that true?
You say what?
The notion out there, the perception out there is that one cattle is equal one human life. Is that true?
This is a very wrong notion.
Okay, so let's look at
this is a very wrong notion, because
okay.
hold on, because if a Fulani man's child or wife is kidnapped, he wouldn't mind to go and sell 10, 20, 30 of his cows and pay the ransom to free his child or wife or what have you. So that means life to him is more valuable.
I asked this question because
to him is more valuable than the life of his cow.
I asked this question because the member of the Miyetti Kautori, as you call them, said in the media that the attack of New Year's Day was a reprisal for about 1,000 cattle that were killed by the people of Benue State. What's your reaction?
Well, that is a statement accredited to them. They will be in a better position to give you reasons why they made that statement. But me, I'm talking from the way I'm looking at things, or I'm talking from the way my association is approaching to issues. We always look for peaceful ways of resolving our issues, solving our problems. Look, I always say this has everybody is tight.
Is there a way you can talk with your sister organization so that this issue can be sorted out once and for all?
Well, as an umbrella body, we are trying to design ways of how to bring all the other associations to work under one umbrella. After all, we are all working for the same purpose. We are all working for the betterment of our members who are the pastoralists. So we are trying to design a way where we'll have a common ground so that we'll be sharing ideas and approaching issues in the most civilized and understandable ways of solving the problems. You see, today we have problems everywhere in Nigeria. The herdsman has problems everywhere in Nigeria. He is disturbed. He sleeps with his one eye open. He's not spared by the wrestler. He's not spared by the kidnapper. The farmer cattle breeder conflict is very much on him. He's always losing his cows due to one conflict or the other, and all his life depended on these cows. So look at the issues. The crisis that took place in Benue, from the report I got from my state branch, is these guys are trying to even get out of Benue to go to some places. But even as they are trying to move out of the states, these guys will come to arrest them, extort them, collect money from them. Before the eruption of this crisis, the state branch called me that they wanted to come and meet with us because they have some grievances. The guards are treating them badly. They take their cows by force and sell. They collect money from them. I'm sure the governor doesn't know this. I'm sure the governor is not aware of this. If he knows this, he must do something about these guards. So, and the guards are operating without the constituted authorities of the police, civil defense, and the army. They are operating in isolation. This law is made by a body that is charged with the responsibility of making laws. So if this law is going to be implemented, the constituted authority must be allowed to implement this law. The body that knows the implication of laws and how to implement them should be allowed to implement. If you employ a guard who doesn't know how even the law operates, who doesn't know how to implement, who doesn't know how to enforce, how can you employ somebody who doesn't know, who is not a constituted authority, who is neither a police nor a civil defense to implement? You know definitely there is going to be a problem.
Mr. Ngelzama, are you implying that because the livestock guards are not doing their job properly, or as you say, a constituted authority that understands how laws should be implemented is not involved, then the killings can go on? Is that what you're saying?
I don't condone any killing. I don't support any killing to go on. I'm a civilized person. I value life more than anybody. I know how I feel about my life, so I put myself in the place of others and feel how they feel about their lives too as a civilized person. And each and every Fulani man that you see roaming about in the forest know the value of life more than any other person. So if he can forfeit 10, 30, 50 of his cows to go and free his child or wife by fair ransom, he knows that life is so valuable more than any other thing. So we don't support conflict. We don't condone conflict. We don't support it. We don't encourage it.
Would you be volunteering, Mr. Ngezama, would you be volunteering to go to Benue to sit with the government, even with the other, your sister organization, as you call them? Would you be volunteering to go so that this matter can be resolved once and for all?
If we are invited, why not?
I didn't say if you're invited. I said, will you volunteer to go?
We were there.
Will you volunteer to go, invited or not? Would you come up now and say, I want to come and sit down with you and sort this thing out once and for all?
I don't go to an area if tension is very high. It's very dangerous for me to be there. Yeah. If tension is high, you have to allow the tension to subsidize, boil down before you go to an area. Look at what happened to the governor when he went to address the crowd that came out to protest. He told the public that he was stoned too. So if the governor is not spared from stoning, who am I to go to Benue and begin to talk on these issues? You have to allow tension to die down before you go to address the issues.
Thank you very much, Mr. Usman Ngezama, Secretary General, Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.